Hello students, how are you all? Hope you all safe. So today I am going to start with my new lesson, that is history, ancient civilizations of the world. So already we have seen about the ancient civilization of India, that is Harappan and the Mohenjo-daro civilizations. So when in India the civilizations means what? Cities, towns were establishing, constructing. At the same time, in the other part of the world also, they were constructing, establishing the other civilizations of the world. So in this lesson, we are going to see about the three civilizations, that is Egyptian, Mesopotamia and Chinese. So let me start with the first civilization of the world, that is the Egyptian civilization. So today's my topic is the Egyptian civilization, the contributions of Egyptians and the Nile Valley. So many other civilizations flourished in various parts of the world at the time of the Indus Valley civilization, where in India, that is near Sindhu Valley, that Indus Valley civilization, the two civilizations, two cities, that is Harappan and Mohenjo-daro cities were established. At the time of the other civilizations in the world, other part of the world also, they started. So we can see the Egyptian civilization, Mesopotamia, and the Chinese civilizations in Asia and the Africa. So let me start with the Egyptian civilization. The Egyptian civilization, generally all civilizations are originated near the river plains only. Why near the river plains only means they need water for the irrigations and for the domestic purpose. In those days, starting in the old time and all, the technology, the scientific methods were not so advanced. So what the people used to do, they used to stay near the rivers only, near the water, where the water was available, so that water they can use for the domestic purpose, means household purpose, and for the irrigation, to grow the crops for the sake of the cultivation. So normally we have seen that Indus Valley civilization that also has taken place near the Sindhu river itself, or the Sindhu Valley itself. And here the Egyptian civilization that also has taken place near the river only. And this Egyptian civilization Egyptian civilization could take birth due to the presence of the river Nile. So the river Nile is a main important for the Egyptian civilization. And the relics obtained, relics means what? Evidences, proofs. The Grotler proclaim that the Gradiers of Egypt, huge pyramids, sculptures, temples, inscriptions. In these temples tells us a lot of Egyptian culture and the history. So the Egyptian people, what they did, they constructed the pyramids, they constructed the big huge sculptures, pyramids and temples and all. You can see the inscriptions. So these and all are found by the time of an excavation, and they'll tell about the Egyptian civilization glory, about their culture, about their history. And the next one, that is the contributions of the Egyptians. So what are the contributions of the Egyptians? So the Egyptians, they were the expert farmers itself. They were very expert in the farming and in growing the crops, in cultivation. And they knew a lot of irrigation. Irrigation means cultivating the crops and all. And they had built temples, and they also invented the calendar, which has helped us to measure the event times. And they had mastered the art of writing. It was in the form of a symbolic language, means a small drawing, not in a numerical or in a alphabetical characters. They were in a symbolic. Symbolic means what? Small drawings. And has called as an hieroglyphics. What they call the writing in a symbolic form is called as an hieroglyphics. And this is about the contributions. In what they did the contribution, they did their contributions in the in inventing the calendars and all to measure the timing and all, and they also invented the writing, that also not in the numerical or in alphabetical, but it was in the small drawings and all. So these are the contributions of the Egyptians. And the next one, that is the Nile Valley. It's a name of a river, and every rainy season the Nile Valley would transform means change into the huge lakes. Means in the summer season it will be dried. It will be normally a valley grown with the plants and all. So when rainy season comes with the rainwater and all, that valley what it will happen itself, it will change. The water will fill into that valley and it looks like a huge lake, which the Nile Valley. And in summer the valley dry up and it leaves a fertile layer of clay. The soil would form the grazing field and neighboring agricultural lands. So this fertile land provide food for the population. So what thing we have seen? Two things we have seen with the Nile Valley. That is, the Nile in the rainy season, the Nile Valley will fill the water into it transforms, it changes into the huge lake. And in the summer season, that water will dry up and it leaves a very fertile clay soil that is very good for the irrigation, cultivation purpose. And not only that, the plants will grow, grass will grow. The grass, the pasture land is needed for the cattle and the grazing field. It is also called as a grazing field for the animals. And it will produce food for the population also. And what we are seeing that hence, though the small canals, wells, they were responsible for the development of a complexity of an irrigation throughout the land. And wealthy Egyptian peasants are nothing but they are called as farmers, and the citizens during their leisure time engaged themselves in the creation of an artistic work. So in the time of an rainy season, in the time of an cultivation time and all, they will be busy with the cultivating the crops and growing the crops. And in the time of an leisure period means when they free period, not even the wealthy, the rich people as well as the common citizens, what they will do is they engage themselves. They'll make themselves busy with the creative work, artistic works and all. And the role of priest. So the priest was created to interpret nature and explain it. So here we can see these the ancient civilization, Egyptian civilization, those people are the worship of the nature itself. So here the priest, what he will do? He will explain about the nature. He will interpret, he will preach and he will explain about the nature itself. And the priest were scholars, they were very wise people and they shoulder means they having the responsibility to protect the written documents and the rules and regulations are there, how to lead a life and all. So they have to provide security for those written documents and all. It is a responsibility of the priest. And they believed in life after death. Who the Egyptian peoples, what they believe, after the death also there is a life. Normally life means what? They won't come into the life, but they lead a life. And they believe that a man have to give an account of his deeds on the earth to Osiris. Osiris is the god of the life and the death. So whatever the deed means what? When we are alive, whatever the work we have done, it's a good or bad, we have to give account to the god. So which god? To the god of death. He is the most powerful god. Who is that god? That is an Osiris. He is called as an Osiris. Who is this Osiris? Means is the god of life and death. So we have to give an account to the god. What kind of work we have done on the earth, and he is the most powerful god of the life and the death. And the priest considered that life on earth was temporary, it's not a permanent, and was needed only to prepare for the next life. So if you do a good deeds and all, that if we know we have to do good deeds only, then only we get the another chance to lead next birth. Again we can rebirth. So what is telling, the priest is telling that the life on the earth, it is not a permanent, it is a temporary. So we need to prepare ourselves. We have to do such kind of works that we need to, after that also we have to rebirth. Good deeds we need to do. And thus, the whole Nile Valley was reserved for the dead innocent. So there is a place for dead bodies also, to bury the dead bodies. And the dead body would be shrinked with various chemicals. Shrinked means they will apply with various chemicals, and so it shouldn't be decayed or spoiled. And they'll wrap with a thin cloth. You must have seen in movies and all, in the cartoon programs and all, the Egyptian, the people, how they will cover the dead body. They'll apply some chemicals and all. Why they'll apply chemicals and all? So that it shouldn't be decayed, it shouldn't be spoiled and all. And they will wrap from top to bottom with a thin cloth and all, and they put the dead body into the coffin box. And the dead body protects, thus was called as a mummy. So the dead body, the Egyptian, what they called as a mummy, and it would kept in a specially designed coffin box. The grave was considered as a place for an Egyptian, as an eternal place. That is an eternal place for the Egyptians, and all around the body items were kept. So day to day, what kind of items we will use, those items were kept around the dead body. With our dead body, what they used to keep the two dogs. That is, one is a cook, another one is a barber. Cook to cook the food, and the barber to shave his beard and all. So like that, and would be kept to fulfill all their future needs. So this is about the Egyptian civilization, the contribution of Egyptians, and about the Nile Valley. Got it, children? I hope so you all understood. So this the ancient civilization of the world, that is 3 civilizations. So when our Indian civilization, that is was originated in the Sindhu Valley, same at that time only, in the other part of the world also they were originated another civilization, that is an Egyptian, Mesopotamian, and the Chinese civilization in the Asia and the Africa. So in the next class, I'm going to continue with my same lesson with the other civilization.